We're now ready to finish the reading and answer number 4. The people only nodded and Mama left. Okay, so right now Mama is talking to other people on their way home, and she's basically telling them that they should find a new store and not support the Wallace store. When we reached the Turner farm, Mo's widowed father rubbed his stubble chin and squinted across the room at Mama. "Miss Logan," he said, "you know I feel the same way you do about them low-down Wallaces, but it ain't easy just to stop shopping there. They overcharges me, and I has to pay them higher interest, but I got credit there because Mr. Montier signs for me. Now, you know most folk around here are sharecropping on Montier, Granger, or Harrison land, and most of them just about to got to shop at that Wallace store or up at the Mercantile in Strawberry, which is just as bad. Can't go no place else." Mama nodded solemnly, showing she understood. Then she said, For the past year now, our family's been shopping down at Vicksburg. There's a number of stores down there, and we found several that treat us well." "Vicksburg?" Mr. Turner echoed, shaking his head. "Lord, Miss Logan, you ain't expecting me to go all the way down to Vicksburg. That's an overnight journey in the wagon down there and back." Mama thought on it a moment. "What if someone would be willing to make the trip for you? Go all the way to Vicksburg and bring back what you need." "Won't do no good," retorted Mr. Turner. "I got no cash money. Mr. Montier signs me up at the Wallace store so as I can get my tools, my mule, my seed, my fertilizer, my food, and what few clothes I needs to keep my children from running plumb naked. When cotton picking time comes, he sells my cotton, takes half of it, pays my debt at the store and my interest for their credit, then charges me 10 to 15% more as risk money for sending me in the first place. This year I earned me near $200 after Mr. Montier took his half of the crop money, but I ain't see a penny of it. In fact, if I manages to come out even without owing that man nothing, I figures I've had a good year. Now, who way down in Vicksburg gonna give a man like me credit?" Okay, so this kind of is a big part of explaining why people continue to go shopping at the Wallace store, because I'm sure you're wondering, like, why would they continue shopping there if they know that they're evil and that they're giving children alcohol and all these things? But here it tells you, like, a system that basically puts the farmers in a really bad position. So they don't have money in their pocket, so they need credit, which here we're learning, like, not everyone's going to give them credit. So the Wallace store offers them credit so that they could buy everything that they need. And then the deal is that they pay them once they get the money from selling their crops or the cotton. But it tells them here that from the cotton, he sells the cotton, takes half of it. So he already takes half of the money that they earn since they're growing the cotton on his land. Then he pays the debt at the store and the interest for the credit. So they charge him interest, which means they charge him extra money just for the extra time of, like, lending him money. And then he charges him more money as risk money for signing him in the first place. And at the end of the day, after all their hard work, they don't even see any money in their hands. It all just kind of goes from, it all stays within the farmer owner's hands. Mama was very quiet and did not answer. So he basically asks her, like, "Why would I go all the way down to Vicksburg? Who's going to give me credit?" "I'm so sorry, Miss Logan. I'm going to keep my youngins from up at that store, but I got to live. Y'all got it better than most folks around here because y'all got your own place and y'all ain't gotta kowtow to a lot of this stuff. But you gotta understand, it ain't easy for sharecropping folks to do what you're asking." "Mr. Turner," Mama said in a whisper, "what if someone backed your signature? Would you shop in Vicksburg then?" Mr. Turner looked at Mama strangely. "Now who'd sign for me?" "If someone would you do it?" Mr. Turner gazed into the fire, burning to a low ash, then got up and put another log on it, taking his time as he watched the fire shoot upward and suck in his log. Without turning around, he said, "When I was a wee little boy, I got burnt real bad. I healed over, but I ain't never forgot the pain of it. It's an awful way to die." Then turning to Miss Logan, he faced Mama. "Miss Logan, you find someone to sign my credit, and I'll consider it deeply." After we left the Turners, Stacy asked Mama Who are you going to get to sign? But Mama, her brow furrowed, did not reply. I started to repeat the question, but Stacy shook his head, and I settled back, wondering, then fell asleep. Okay, so that's the rest of our chapter. So at this point, our question could really stay there. I don't even know how I got there. So the question could be, who is Miss Logan? Oh, that's fine. So I have to enter some spaces here. So the main question we have is, who is Mrs. Logan going to get to sign credit for Mr. Turner? If you guys are kind of confused about signing credit, it's that sometimes when you're trying to purchase something you can't afford, you get credit. And a lot of times if your credit is not reliable, you need to get someone to kind of like co-sign with you, and that way, like, if it doesn't get paid, you're kind of going to get punished too. Okay, now we're ready to answer our last text submitting question. So the question was, what does Mama do in response to the children breaking rules, and why? Okay, so looking for purple here. Here we are. Okay, so I like the part where after they leave the berries, she tells them through silence the Wallaces did that. So I'm going to choose that as my main piece of evidence, because it shows why Mama hates them so much. In the text, it says, then we're right click so that we can paste that formatting. In our quotations. Okay, it's going on page 33. So this means, so here, that's what she basically tells us, that the Wallaces were the ones that were the reason why the berries got really, like, their lives ruined, right? So this means that the Wallaces were responsible for harming the berries, and remember that one even died too. Okay. This shows that Mama responded to maybe we should say that Mama decided to take the Logan children to see the berries after she learns that they went to the Wallace store, because here you should be thinking, well, why would she take them to the berries? But I think that, can I put yourself in their position? Now they're able to understand what? And I think that now the Logan children are able to understand why, like, the kind of, like, degree, I guess it's more like they're able to understand what the Wallaces are capable of and the fact that they're truly bad people. Okay, so that answers text dependent question number 4. So good job listening along.